Bit slow out today, but look at that. How can you beat that? Be well away from the road soon. Then won't hear a thing. Listen to the birds. So quiet. First of all, we'll just film a few ducks there, just going across the Stour. From one side to the other, it's like a traffic jam. Well, I got here at last. Lovely day. Don't know what the temperature is, but I would think it's around about sort of 20. And it's my first day out this year. The weather's been pretty grim, and what with one thing and another, I haven't been able to do anything. So it's certainly lovely. It's very windy down where we are. We've had gales and that, but today was windy, but it's nothing here really. Minor, absolutely minor. There's not much happening here at all. Loads of birds, very, very quiet, very, very, very peaceful. In short, it's lovely to be back on the Stour again. Thoroughly going to enjoy this, I tell you. On my way to Fordwich from Grove Ferry. Still lovely and quiet. Loads of birds. Just found this. To the right, it looks like might be a marina or something, but I thought, well, something's dug it out, it might be natural. I can't see any flow of water or anything in it, so it might just end here. But I thought I'd have a look. Oh, it goes up a little bit further, look. Let's go up and explore. Well, still going. Ah, that looks like look at that, it's all reeds now. What a shame. Yeah, it is, it ends there. Always worth a look though, isn't it? You never know what you're going to find. I was hoping that I might end up seeing a kingfisher. I've got my other camera on board, which has got a nice zoom lens, so I could stay away a distance and possibly catch it on a perch, but I don't think I'm going to be lucky at all. Your turn. Cacophony of sound. Coming up to the massive lakes that they have here. It does say private, no access, and I must admit that there's usually so many swans here, it's quite staggering. Not so today, more seagulls than swans. I'll just skirt this little island and come out on the other side, because obviously if it says private I'm not going to go in there. But as you can see, you know, the view is quite spectacular really. You can see right along there you've got the train which goes along on the other side of the lake. But it's not small, it's quite a size, it really is. It really is quite a size. So it's absolutely ideal for here, whether it's swans, ducks or whatever, and I think that's why it says that it's private, but I'm only going to go around here, I'm not going to go any further. It's just a little island here, and I'm coming out on the other side. Whoops, just caught something there. There we go. So I'm not really going in there. So just have a last look there, give you an idea. Because it really is quite spectacular, you know. Look at that. It really is quite amazing. Just pan round so you can see. So it's an absolute haven for swans and ducks and egrets and everything else that you can imagine. I would think that it used to be a lot larger, but I suspect that in front of us there's just all reeds, and I think they've more than likely taken over, and they're gradually encroaching more and more onto this this sort of natural lake. But as you see, I've got a beautiful day, brilliant sunshine, so it must be 20 degrees, and I've got my shirt sleeves rolled up, and I am enjoying this. Don't know if you're going to see this, but this is one big fish. Look at that. Can you see it? I hope you can. He's massive. Look at that. He's not dead, he's just... oh, he's gone. Ah. Well, all I've got now is bubbles, but blimey, was he big. Wow, he was a whopper. Oh, and you can see him. That's good, isn't it? The lilies are just starting to appear now. Just starting to break through on the areas where there's not so much current. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Can get stuck on them, but it's nice to have a picnic. The main flow on the river is on the other side, which is why the lilies are here. Another area that looks quite nice is between the lakes and Fordwich. Look at the views you can get here. It's quite amazing really, because over that bank is a dip, and I think there's another sort of stream down the bottom of that. Why this doesn't break through and flood it, I will never know. I don't know if you can see this, but the current is a lot stronger here because it's quite narrow. The tendency is for the actual current to pick up, so it's reasonably fast here. So when the tide is either going in or going out, then obviously that's going to be reflected, especially here. Wonder where that goes. Not noticed that before. Well, I've been going down this little stream. It's quite strange actually, because it looks like it's going downhill. So I'm a little bit worried because will it start flowing this way in a minute? I don't know, this is very strange because it appears that I'm going downhill, but I'm not, of course. I can't be. It must be level here, but this is most strange. Anyway, I'll go along a little bit further. It's about 18 inches deep at the minute, but it's gradually getting shallower. Ah, now it divides. Well, this looks the widest, so I might try this one. That one goes to like a lake down there. I wonder what that is. No, I'm going to go down here first. We'll do that one in a little while. Let's have a look and see where we're going. This is interesting. There we are. The Stour has still got some magic. Unusual. The way the ground's dropping down here, I'm wondering if I'm going to if we're going to drop off the edge or something. I could bottom I've got some small fish in here, some small fish fry as well. I've got to be careful because if I go too far then I'm not going to be able to turn round and get back if I ground. But it's all good fun. So, we'll stick with it a bit longer. Whoops, it didn't. And see how we do. Very different. The mud is exceptionally soft. The paddle literally goes right in if I just put it in. So, don't want anything to happen here. Ah, now that looks like my lot. There's a great big bush growing right across and I don't think I'll be able to push through that. That's a shame. Oh well, we'll try the other way and see if we can do better there. So it's a bit wider down here. I'm going to turn round. I could possibly push through past that, but if it's that restricted then generally it doesn't get any better. So I'm going to turn round here and I'm going to go back. There's no flow to the water at all, so not a good sign. So we'll turn around and we'll go back and we'll try that other little exit. Should be interesting. Here we go, we'll try the other one now and we'll see what happens with this one. Can't see any bushes, so it might just go down here and end, or it might go a bit further. Oh dear. No, it don't look like we're going to be lucky. No, it just, I think, stops here. No, well, not to worry. If you don't check it out, you never know. No, definitely don't go any further. Round we go again. Right. Back on the main Stour again. There we go. Heading upstream to Fordwich still. There we go. Keeping tight to the bank and avoid a little bit of the current. In the open again. Just poodling along. The current's increasing now, so I did time it about right. Those lilies will soon be pushing up. Be a mass of lilies over on this side soon. I have to say that as this is the first time out this year, I am noticing it. Tops of my shoulders are feeling a little bit cold, so I'm far from being fit. But to be fair, me and the other half have had a cold, so I've only been over that one literally a few days, so I suppose that's taken it out of us because we were certainly aching for a week and a half. But I couldn't leave this any longer, I just had to get out. But it just goes to show that it does keep you fit, because I'm feeling it now on my shoulders. And I'm not even at Fordwich yet. Got a while to go, and I certainly haven't been pushing it today. In fact, I've been taking it quite easy. The current is increasing now as the tide goes out faster, but that shouldn't really affect me. I've done this many times in the past, but I suppose you could say I'm unfit. That's what it is, I'm unfit. God, I can see loads of midges around, loads of them, all ready to bite me to death. Still haven't seen as yet one kingfisher. Never mind. Can't win them all. I think I'll have to go on the midway to see those. Shame, because I've got the high-powered camera with me. So if I found out where it was on a branch, I could stay a good distance away from it and actually film it. Here we go. Young at heart. Right, now coming into Fordwich proper. This is a recipe for disaster. They're gone. They're gone. Already had a rescue down there. Oh, I don't know. Well, having left some of my pork pie, or pasty rather, for the birds at Fordwich, I think it's now time to set off back. I think the Environmental Agency this year has done quite a lot of work to date. I can see where relatively new branches that were overhanging the river have been cut off, quite a few in fact, and I've noticed that all the way from Grove Ferry up to here. However, there's one thing that I do sadly miss, and that's the trouble with this lot. They cut down all the branches, which is fine, but nobody's planting any new trees. And of course these trees are all getting old now, and they are all rotten, and they're falling down and they're being cut up, but there's no new ones being planted, which is rather a shame, because those alone hold the banks. They help to contain the mud, and they just die off, and then after that there's nothing. So it's a shame really, because it would be nice to see some trees being planted. And of course, if you've got trees being planted as well, you're keeping the reeds back, which tend to take up every bit of space where there's not a tree. And to give you an example, have a look at this over here. That's a typical example. You've got all the reeds, and you come over here, you've got the trees, and you've got nothing. So there we go. So it would be nice to see some more trees being planted on the side of the rivers, instead of cutting them down all the time. I know they're a pain, because obviously they fall into the river and they affect navigation, but they are important. Anyway, that's my 2 pence worth. I was just thinking, do you know one of the other things that I like about being stuck in a kayak in the middle of nowhere on a river? The fact that you don't hear any of the emergency vehicle sirens. You can't seem to get away from them anymore. They're everywhere. Doesn't matter if you live in town or whether it's rural, they are always in the background. And to be honest with you, it's something I hate. You don't think about it, but I'm not particularly keen on those. Here, nothing. Just beautiful, quiet. There's not many places that you can go to hear this. You can go and hear screaming engines, emergency vehicles, but where can you hear nothing except the wind blowing? Right, we're back at Grove Ferry and it is 5:15. By the time I've packed up, should be away by about 25 to or 20 to 6, I would estimate. The tide is... There we go. Right, we're back out of the water and that's it. God dear, my legs are going to sleep.